This is our 1964 Austin Mini Cooper 1275S. So we've had this car since late 2017. You'll see here, the original owner contacted us as he's now in his 80s and was moving down to Florida to retire. And he let us know that back in 1964, he had ordered a 1275 new in order to replace a 1071 that he had actually rolled 6 times out chasing a buddy who was also driving a Mini. And drove the car until 91, 31,000 miles, and then parked it. Climate-controlled storage, unbelievably special car. Reportedly one of the very first 3, the first shipment of 1275s to come to North America. And man, it is just an unbelievable survivor. Check out the listing on our website, chicagocarclub.com, to read through what we've done with it the last few years, service-wise. But man, impressive.
Wow. Austin Gold. That's so cool.
So the next few minutes will be 2 very slow-paced walk-arounds of the car, showing cosmetic condition. This first one just kind of gives you a close look. The second one will show the blemishes close up, though there aren't very many. The car was repainted once, bare metal respray, glass out, painted by a gentleman named Warren at European Auto here in Chicago, 4000 North Broadway block. They are actually still around today. But bare metal repaint, did an excellent job. There's a couple tiny little spots of paint run, as you know, it was done in 1980, and the standards then were a little bit different than to now, but overall pretty impressive. You would have noticed the front end has a period correct AMCO bumper guard. The chrome is in really impressive shape. I mean, really next to no oxidation at all. And that has not been refinished, which is pretty impressive. Triplex glass all around. So that is original. The windshield is duplex, I believe it is, which I think is also original. Some expert can confirm for me. No dents or dings, body is really nice and straight. And what is so cool about this car is it has never had any metal work, no rust repair. It is all original metal. It's a bone dry car. Take a look at the listing on our site for a whole bunch of underbody photos, which give you a really good look. But yeah, it's unbelievably rare to see one of these cars that hasn't had at least, you know, the floors put in or something like that. This license plate light slash mount is reportedly very rare. Cool little accessory. Black top as factory. And the little window runner, sorry, not window, the channels along the roof to allow water to drain, really nice and smooth, you know, not gunked up like so many of these get. Dual fuel tanks. Car was actually originally delivered with 1 fuel tank, and then the original owner, after he had rolled his 1071S, had the fuel tank from his 1071 added to this. So it actually, one of the tanks is a 1071S tank. But of course, proper race car, sliding windows, dual fuel tanks, 64 being the same year they won the Monte Carlo Rally 1, 2, 3. It's really the granddaddy of the Cooper S's. This is the one to have. The Cinturados that were on there were wicked old when we got it. Of course, we replaced those, put some nice Falcons on there, a little tiny bit meatier than stock would have been, give it that nice little bulldog stance. So here's going to be a good look at all the blemishes on the car. You can see this trim. It doesn't have the original trim was replaced in 1980 when the car was painted, and it has a little, almost like a rivet throughout the trim. This one does not. The original trim was no longer available. We do have a good bit of the original trim, so that will come with the car. See there right up front of the hinge, there's a visible spot of paint run. And then, as I mentioned, as we go look at the channels along the roof, really nice, as factory, smooth, not full of filler or anything. Drain holes are all in good shape. You can see there's just a couple little, probably ring scratches from around the trunk lid. You can see just a couple little chips down low, as well as overspray that goes onto the tailpipe. The light lenses are all clear and crack free, except for one on the lower front that you'll see in a second has a little chip. Again, along the body line there, spot a visible paint run. Right here is going to be the most noteworthy spot on the car. Bit of an orange peel finish. I guess you could call it run, but right there on the driver door, just below the hinge, you can see just a bit of that orange peel texture. The car is obviously super clean, super handsome, but it's a particularly special car. It's not quite ready for, say, Pebble Beach lawn quite yet, but very much a car to be proud of. And that little light lens I mentioned with the crack is down here. But as you can tell, trim pieces are all there, all in excellent shape. Onto the interior. Really untouched. I mean, the only thing in the interior that's been replaced is the carpet, and I have the complete original carpet in a box that will go with the car. Speedometer works, odometer of 31,000 actual miles is correct and functional. You can see these little patterns in the door. Continues onto the seats. Really, really sharp looking. Seats have never been redone, never reupholstered. You can see just on the top, little bit of discoloring, a little bit of age, but really, really nice shape. They're not blown out. They're still nice and, nice and firm, cushiony. You can see on that seat bottom, maybe a coffee stain, a little bit of, a little stain on the driver's seat bottom. Go to the back. Very, very nice. And then again, we have serviced the car quite a bit, so take a look at chicagocarclub.com in order to see a run through of that. One of my favorite parts of this car, the original gold crinkle pattern headliner. This video just doesn't do it justice. It really has a nice kind of mirrory gold.
So you didn't help the Cubs
Radio
last
is
night.
functional.
I think New York's the better team.
It's a Smith's Radiomobile. The original owner had it added after he got the car. Originally intended for a period Rolls Royce. But the blower is good. Dealer installed heater.